I graduated with braids in my head. I think it was a graduation picture. I honestly do. I just wanted braids to, I guess to accentuate my look. Like, gee, I have to get this thug thing down to a science. I gotta be a gangster, fam. What do gangsters got? Braids. And so I got braids.
Hi, we're here with Real Talk. We're here with Natasha Samreny, co-producer, editor, heart and soul of this fucking project. And we're here with, oh my God, one of the best fucking comedians
so funny
coming out of Chicago.
That's her.
No, fuck you, right here is Mr. Chris Red. Like, seriously, like, you're no.
Look at him. He's like, I can't turn it off. Like, that's so funny.
He can't turn off that smile. He gonna die smiling like that. We just saw his set tonight. I imagined a very cheerful corpse.
Was that the first time you headlined at the Laugh Factory? You done that shit?
I've done a couple good times, but
he's so humble. He's like, I do it every night, bitch.
Yeah. Nah, I never say no shit like that. Cause I look like a motherfucker that would say some shit like that. So I gotta constantly
from Naperville, so you don't.
No, I'm not from there, but I went to school there long enough to make it a part of my life.
Part of your set.
Yeah.
Like what? Like young person school or like college?
I went there from like 5th grade till the end of high school.
Whoa, dude, that's
I graduated an hour early. I graduated
so
an hour early. I just got into the other classes' graduation ceremony. No, I graduated half a year early, but it wasn't because I was smarter than everybody else. It's because I was kicked out to an alternative school, and that was easy as fuck to pass.
She knows.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is nothing, you know? And that's how I got out early. Hey, I guess get out early.
It seems like you're just like, you know what? I know you know your space real well.
Yeah.
You know your space. You know your style, and like you don't pick out the mic real quick, but then by the end you do when you need it.
Yeah,
you're very aware.
I used to perform with it just in the stand.
Mm-hmm.
I went through like this.
Oh my God, me too.
This weird like progression of shit. Like first I would beatbox every time I did a set. So what I would do is I would come up and I would beatbox, have everybody clap to get me comfortable. To have everybody on my side already, and then I would beatbox after every single bit. So like, really? I would do a bit, and I would do a bit, and I'm still gonna use this, so don't use this fucking shit. But so I would like, as soon as I did a bit, then I would. So it was immediate callback throughout my entire set. Yeah. So no matter how that bit did, it got to the point where I would literally not say a thing and just beatbox. I would beatbox, stop beatboxing, pretend to say a thing, and then beatbox. People would go nuts. It was just because our human nature is like, oh, this is something we recognize. It's hilarious. Yeah. It's punctuating where the funny should be. Yeah.
Or like when you would fail with a joke and you'd be like...
Yeah, like if I did a bad joke, all I would have to do is not say anything after it and beatbox, and then get a hit laugh.
Because they know.
Yeah. And I programmed it. So all the OGs called me out. They're like, oh, you're fucking controlling the crowd, dude. Like, that's cheating.
And I'm like, cheating. That's beautiful, brilliant.
I mean, listen, as a format, it's amazing. And I feel like it's amazing. It worked every fucking time. And I'm telling you, some of those jokes I would never do again. They were fucking shit. But I was saved by my ability to create a structure that works.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, this is dope. I'm going to put this in my back pocket, but I want my jokes to be respected. Like, I want my jokes to be dope. Like, when I tell a joke, I want it to, or when I tell a story, I want it to be laced with jokes. I want the jokes to hit every time. So I had to take it out so I know, like, what's real and what's not.
Where are you from outside of Naperville, then?
So I was born in St. Louis, Missouri. And we spent a lot of time in Mississippi. It's a little small town called Kosciuszko. All of my mom's side is from Kosciuszko, and my dad's from Jackson, Mississippi. So between those two places was we used to go there all the time, and we had year-round schools. We had 6 weeks on, 3 weeks off. So we spent every 3 weeks down south. Yeah. I want to say it's because like my mom wanted us to just be a part of, know who our family was, know where they're from, and be comfortable with the culture and shit. I moved to St. Louis when I was about 9. I want to say 8 years old, 8 or 9. We moved to the west side for a little bit. We stayed out there for a second, and then we moved to Naperville, and we were there until I moved. I got kicked out / moved out at 15 and moved back, and that began the back and forth of me living with my parents for the next like shit, maybe 10 years. I hugged this girl, one of my friends, girl's like name was Laura Marsh actually, and I hugged her coming out of a class because she had been on vacation for like a week with her parents. Hadn't seen her in a while. We were just good friends. She was kind of she kind of got around a little bit, but she hadn't got around to me, and I was like, I wanted that to happen. You know what I mean? So there it is. And so I was like, I want to be next, and so I hugged her and shit, and she was like jumping on me. You know what I mean? And I was like running track at the time, so I you know how you like lift weights for a week and you feel like you're the strongest dude alive? Yeah. That's how I was feeling myself. I was like, I'm gonna pick her up for a long time, you know. And so this lady runs over like, let her go. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm hugging a woman that just jumped on me. It's my friend Laura. I'm like, no, stop talking. And she's like, no, he's my friend. Don't have to stand up for him. You don't have to stand up for him. See, but she made it seem like I forcefully raped her or something like that, which is insane because that's the most lazy rape of all time. I hugged her for a long time. Like that's what the fuck do you think is happening right now? She locks me in this room all day. Her and the principal, dean. I keep missing the fucking light. It's like any comedian ever. I keep missing the light. I don't know where the light is. I don't know where the light. I just didn't see the light, so I just kept
going.
Keep going.
Fuck you, I know, like.
Yeah, so locked me in the room all day for like literally 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? No food, no nothing.
What?
No explanation, no nothing. Yeah.
ICBM.
And I got stories for days, but I also like that was my freshman year. I could say I was kind of like it was like thing on thing piling up on me for no reason. And then after that, it was kind of sophomore years when I kind of got into my groove of like fuck everybody, and I rolled with the crew that I felt were most like me, which were thugs and assholes,
ones, the bad people.
Yeah, and so I just started.
You taught me I was bad. I'm bad
in.
now. Fuck you.
Yeah, and so like the whole where I belong thing, which was my theme for my first like hour, is like just. It's talking about that because it was such a big part of my life, like wanting to belong in a certain group of people, you know. And so that was the group of people I chose to ride with, and I rode with them for a long time. I graduated with braids in my head. I think it was a graduation picture. I honestly do. And I cocked my whole graduation thing, like motherfucker, fuck your education. Like nigga, while I'm getting it, while I'm getting education, I'm like fuck your education. And my hairline's not built for braids.
You better give us one.
My hairline's not built for braids. Like, yo, I like my cousin. He's roasted me a lot, man. This dude was like, hey man, I know you feeling down and everything about
on my tits.
I know you're down about it. You know what I mean? About just like everything that's going on right now, but just always know, even if you're not smiling, your hairline is.
That is the best fucking burn.
It was so good. I'm like, you just made my set. I just want you to know, as mad as I am, you just made my set because I'm gonna. It's my cousin.
Your family see your comedy?
All the time. It's just glad I'm not doing all the bullshit I was doing before.
Why? You mean
why?
Like it was like really blue before, or are you just like more proud of yourself?
Oh no, all comedy they've been supportive as hell.
Yeah.
All of it. I used to rap. I was rapping for 14 years, rapping for a long time, and then running the streets and and working. That's all I knew. Running the streets, working, rap. That was my entire life. So I've worked about 50 jobs. Second City being my 50th job. And then worked on the 50th. If you don't get it,
we are sisters from another mister.
I'm not a sister.
We're brothers. We're brothers from another mother.
You're another brother, but again, we're cool.
You guys got to figure out something in between.
Yeah. What I did wrong is like I always thought the next thing was gonna be the thing that I make it, and it was that blind make it. It was that sense of like, oh man, one day I'm gonna be doing this, and next day I'm gonna be just like all over the world.
Yeah.
And that does not exist. There are steps that get you to that point, and you see it and you feel it. Like when you get an opportunity that's gonna lead you to the next thing, you're gonna be like, oh shit, this is the thing that's gonna lead me to that next thing, leads you to that next thing. There are literally levels to this shit. There are no one hit. I mean, there are one hit wonders, but even that has a step, has a progression.
For sure.
I didn't know about that progression. I just thought it was like, if I get this shit to him, this is gonna happen. So I would put all my eggs in baskets all the time, and I would lose a lot.